Hey guys, this is Ashley Hubbard, and today I'm going to be presenting the Alabama Quality Teaching Standard number 4, which is diversity. You may hear the standards referred to as AQTS, and the goal of these standards is to improve the academic achievement of all students in the public schools in Alabama. Standard 4 states, to improve the learning of all students, teachers differentiate instruction in ways that exhibit a deep understanding of how cultural, ethnic, and social background, second language learning, special needs, exceptionalities, and learning styles affect student motivation, cognitive processing, and academic performance. It is important that we as teachers create an environment where all students feel valued and supported. Diversity will be in our classrooms, and as educators, it is up to us to understand and respect our students' differences, model tolerance, and improve learning with the knowledge we gain. There are several factors that influence diversity, and here are 5, and we will go through these in this presentation. We have cultural, ethnic, and social differences. We have differences in the language spoken. We have exceptionalities in learning. We also have different learning styles. And it's also important for us to have a general awareness of our biases and that we need to teach tolerance. Why should we be concerned with diversity? Well, worldviews shape learning. And as educators, we need to understand how student learning is influenced by individual experiences and out-of-school learning. We need to know the cultural, ethnic, gender, linguistic, and socioeconomic differences of our students. And these differences may affect the learning needs, preferences, and styles of our students. Why is language diversity important? Well, our role as educators is to assist students with full integration into the regular classroom. And as educators, we need to know the process of second language acquisition. We need to develop strategies to support students whose first language is not English. We also need to know how to differentiate between learner difficulties. And we need to understand, are the difficulties related to a cognitive or skill development, or are they related to a language learning issue? And finally, we need to collaborate with English as a second language teachers to assist our students. Why is it important to understand the special needs of my students? Well, our goal as teachers is to understand learning differences and disabilities in the classroom in order to promote inclusivity. And we can do this as teachers by knowing the major areas of exceptionality in learning. We need to understand the range of physical and mental disabilities, the range of social and emotional disorders. We need to understand giftedness, dyslexia, attention deficit disorder. We also need to know the need indicators for special education services and know how to identify and refer students for diagnosis for special services. And I've also included a few tips for empowering the students. And one way that we can do that as educators is to list resources for student assistance on our class webpage and syllabus. And these resources can include things like writing centers, tutoring facilities, and disability resources. Some students just don't know these services are available, and if we show them that, they can use that to further their education. Okay, so why should I understand and implement different learning styles? Okay, so as educators, we are responsible for learning the experiences of our students. We need to research the theory that is related to learning styles and of multiple intelligences. We need to know the range of curricular materials and technologies to support the development of our diverse learners. We also need to help students assess their own learning style and show them how to build upon their strengths. We need to encourage students to participate in self-assessments and class surveys. We also need to engage all learning styles, and this means that we need to incorporate visual, oral, and kinesthetic elements into our teaching. What else can we do to support the academic achievement of our diverse learners? Well, we need to know our own personal and cultural biases and how that can affect our teaching and how that can affect learning for individuals. I've attached a few websites that I hope that you will review. One is BuzzFeed.com. You can click on the link and view a privilege walk video, and you can also take the privilege quiz. It's a great tool for helping you understand what privilege is and how it relates to everyday life. You can also take the Project Implicit quizzes, and you can click on that link there and it will take you to their web page. There are several tools that you can use to see any biases that you may have. I've just listed a few here: race, religion, age, sexuality, but they have a whole list of assessments that you can take. And finally, as educators, we need to teach tolerance. The Southern Poverty Law Center has a website specifically designed for teaching tolerance, and there is a multitude of resources that you can use for professional development. Other things that we can do to support the achievements of our students is to involve families, community agencies and organizations, and our colleagues in helping support academic achievement. We can create a learning community in which individual differences are respected, and we need to assess and diagnose individual students' contexts, strengths, and learning needs so that we can build curricula that aid in teaching the personal characteristics of our students. I appreciate you watching this video today on the Alabama Teaching Standard number 4. And again, that standard is diversity. And I hope that from this video that you will be able to find ways to maximize inclusivity in your classroom so that all students will feel valued and supported. Thank you very much.